They said no one should go near the old oak tree after sunset. For decades, the villagers of Elm Hollow whispered about her, the woman buried beneath it. They said if you listened closely on a cold, moonlit night, you could hear her footsteps, pacing, waiting. No one knew her real name until Liam, a curious 17-year-old boy, decided to find out the truth. Elm Hollow was a quiet countryside village, a place where secrets aged like dust and whispers never died. The oak tree stood at the edge of the old cemetery, massive and ancient, with roots as thick as serpents. Liam grew up hearing bedtime warnings from his grandmother. "Never walk past the oak after dark, boy. That's where she walks." But teenagers rarely listen. And when strange things began happening, animals disappearing, windows breaking at night, voices echoing from nowhere, Liam felt drawn to the mystery. One foggy evening, he found an old journal buried in his grandmother's attic. The cover was torn, the pages yellow. On the first page, in shaky handwriting, it read, "They buried her alive beneath the oak tree, and she never forgave them." The journal belonged to a woman named Evelyn Gracewood, dated 1892. She was beautiful, kind, and beloved by all until she fell in love with a poor carpenter named Thomas. Her father despised him. Their love was forbidden. When Evelyn refused an arranged marriage, her father accused her of witchcraft, and on one stormy night, they dragged her to the oak tree. "We'll bury the evil where it belongs," they said. But Evelyn wasn't dead. She screamed, cursed their names, and swore her spirit would rise again. "You may silence my breath, but not my soul." That night, thunder roared. The next morning, her father was found dead, strangled by roots from the oak tree. Liam couldn't sleep. He kept hearing soft knocking on his window, 3 taps, pause, 3 more. His grandmother grew pale when he mentioned the oak tree. "Liam," she whispered, trembling, "our bloodline? It's hers too." Liam froze. Evelyn Gracewood was his great-great-grandmother. Each generation, someone in the family would hear her call, and those who ignored it vanished. Objects moved by themselves, mirrors reflected things that weren't there, and every night, the same whisper filled his room. "Find me, set me free." At midnight, guided by the whispers, Liam took a lantern and walked to the oak tree. The fog was thick, the moon hung low. He could feel her presence before he saw her. Cold air wrapping around him, the smell of wet earth rising. And then she appeared. A woman in a tattered white dress, her hair flowing like smoke, her eyes glowing faint blue. But she wasn't angry. She looked tired. "They buried the truth with me, but you, my blood, can end it." She led him to the roots. Beneath the soil, he found a small silver locket engraved with her name, Evelyn Gracewood. Inside was a photo of her and Thomas, the man she loved. As he held it, she smiled, a peaceful, sad smile, and began to fade. The wind stopped, the fog lifted, and for the first time in 130 years, the oak tree stood still. Days later, Liam told the townspeople what he discovered. They didn't believe him at first, until they saw white flowers blooming from the oak's roots. The curse was broken, but Evelyn's story spread. Local news, bloggers, ghost hunters flooded Elm Hollow. At night, sometimes, the faint figure of a woman could still be seen, not haunting, but guarding, watching over the tree that once was her grave, and now her peace. Some stories never die. Some souls never rest until their truth is told. If you ever visit Elm Hollow, and stand beneath the oak tree at dusk, you might feel a gentle breeze, hear a soft whisper, or see a woman's shadow smiling at you. Don't be afraid. That's just Evelyn, finally free.